What up, my dudes? It's Space, and we're back because it's time to finally talk about the Roto VR Explorer. I know you guys have been asking about this chair for a while, a lot of questions. Is it worth the price? Is it fun? Does it make you dizzy? We're going to go over all that and a little bit more right now. So first things first, we're going to talk about what this thing is. The Roto VR Explorer is a motorized chair that moves where you're looking in VR, which is really cool. It uses a tracking puck that you attach to the top of your VR headset. So when you look in a direction, it turns with you, which definitely adds to the immersion in a lot of different games. I tried it out for a full month before making this video. We used several different games, played a little bit of Batman, played some Pop 1. My kids kept asking if they could spin on the spinning chair, so we tried that one too. Anyway, let's talk about what this chair did well. First and foremost, it feels like the Roto VR Explorer was made to go with the game Underdogs. Oh my gosh. And I'm serious here. Never before has a VR accessory felt so in tune with like the one thing that I was doing at that moment as there is for being in a mech suit in Underdogs and having this mechanically rotating chair that goes with you. Like it really felt like it really sold that I was in the mech suit. And of course, if it's awesome in that, then I jump into other stuff I like, right? So we go into NFL Pro Era. And sure enough, yeah, scrambling around, juking, throwing the ball deep, all pretty cool seated, which is like, you never think about playing an NFL game seated, but it's really cool like this, especially since the chair doesn't have arms, so you don't have anything to whack your arm on when you throw the ball. I rocked some deep cuts, which it was really cool because, you know, in deep cuts, you're making a movie, and I really enjoyed the whole like smooth rotating first person camera feel that I had while I was playing that. Like I really felt like I was filming a movie, doing the action scenes from a first person perspective, and it definitely enhanced the gameplay in that. But Deep Cuts was also the first one where I ended a session feeling really dizzy. I did a lot of spinning around in that one. I had kind of a lot of fun with the spinning around in that one. And I guess that was kind of my getting VR legs session for the Roto VR Explorer, but in probably the most awesome way I could have done it. And back on the subject of sports, I really enjoyed using the Roto VR Explorer playing carved snowboarding, which is wild because like carved snowboarding was good the first time I played it. It was great this way. I felt a lot less weird spinning around for my 360s and for my 180s because I kind of just felt like I was in a crouched stance on the snowboard the whole time. And that's another one where I just felt like the Roto VR Explorer really enhanced the game and made it better from a playing perspective. Now that said, there were also some scenarios where I felt like it didn't quite so much enhance the playing experience. Of course, if you know me, you know the first thing I did with this thing was run in place of Population 1. And flying around was awesome. Like really awesome. Putting your arms out and like looking and like turning while you're going. That was really cool. Combat, not so much. I found that I was at a disadvantage not being able to turn quite as fast as I would just using the thumbsticks. Games like that where speed is necessary, where turning very fast is necessary, the Roto VR Explorer was a little bit less useful and a little bit less fun. Although, like I said, I still enjoyed the whole flying aspect. That was really cool. So is it worth it to get a chair that spins at $799? Because that's pretty steep. That's a pretty steep price for a VR accessory. In fact, that's outside of my personal price range. For VR accessories, I probably wouldn't have had access to this had it not been in collaboration with Meta and Roto VR. They very generously hooked me up on a review copy of this chair, which was awesome. But if you do have the budget and the space for this type of accessory, it's a lot of fun. Like I had a great time with it. Like if I had a bunch of expendable income, I would probably buy more stuff like this. Especially having tried this already, it adds to the fun. I use it in almost all of my games these days. Like it's just a really cool thing to have to add to the immersion of a game. And if you're watching this video and thinking, yeah, I kind of want one of those too. There's a link for it in the description. You can get $50 off, or you can just go to the website and use code SPACE50 to get the Space Roach discount. Also $50 off. It's the same either way. And a real quick tip for those of you who do end up getting this Roto VR Explorer, while it can be put together with the included tools, because it does come with the hex wrenches, which is pretty cool. If you have an electric screwdriver, that cut my time for putting it together down from about 2 hours to about 30 minutes. Definitely use the electric screwdriver if you have one. Either way, we've arrived at the part of the video where I would definitely like to thank Meta and Roto VR for hooking me up on the Roto VR Explorer, which I'm continuing to use. It's pretty kick-ass. And to all of you who have come to watch this video and hang out with me and talk about a really cool piece of VR tech. Now, if you enjoyed the video, definitely take a moment to like and subscribe so you can come back for more. And until next time, my dudes, live long and prosper. It's Space Roach. Thank you so much.